Hey, there we go. Audio. Why are you being weird? Oh, you're back. Okay, it's working now, I guess. Okay, I know it's not using the right audio right now. I don't know what it's doing. It's not. Okay, I know it's not the right microphone right now. It's not. It's not showing up. This computer did get updated. I wonder. Do we have an issue caused by updating this computer? If y'all want to crowd brainstorm this, it's a Rode Wireless Pro, and I just updated to iOS 26 point something. This is the first stream on iOS 26 actually, or not iOS, Mac OS, OS X 26. it's USB. Little Rode wireless Pro. So the receiver's USB. It's always worked. Let me try a different USB cable. I mean, I've got several available. Here's another one. This one should be plugged in. I've cycled the USB several times. There are unsaved changes. That window is still open. Okay, why are we on the terrible mic? It's still not showing up. Oh, I didn't see two monochroma. Yeah, no chroma. Back to the streaming. We're just not streaming with good audio yet. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna figure this out though. This is why tonight's stream is a test because of stuff like this. It's charging. There is a little bit of crap on it. Maybe it's a port issue. Still not showing up. Okay. I kind of would have also expected like a device, like a use external device window to have popped up somewhere. Maybe it did and I'm just missing it. Let's see. Let's go back to system audio and see if we can even see it there. Okay, so we don't. It has not been sitting here plugged in this whole time. Okay, so the hub is for sure working. I know that because I've got at least one camera that's currently working going through the hub. There's not really a Thunderbolt hub. So that cable's plugged right into the front port. That's right. So okay, I got a cable right into the front port on it. This is indeed the receiver. This is the transmitter. This is the receiver. So it even has like a little screen on it. Isn't that cute? Is there like a firmware update required for 26 or something? Okay, let's see here. It doesn't even ask me if I want to trust it. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of suspicious. We're also doing I got it set to low latency now, too, for those of you who are curious. So that's a thing. Let's see here. Okay, what could go wrong trying to update my streaming infrastructure while on air? That's never, ever, ever caused issues for me in the past, right? Okay, continue, continue, close, trash. Hey, this version of macOS fixed the indexing issue. I'd love to see it. Okay, so the app is also not seeing it. That is very... That is interesting. Okay. Security? Privacy and security. Okay, we'll run... Yeah, we're going to trust people on the internet to some terminal commands to run, right? IORG... IOReg. IORG. Wow, there is a... dash. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. I'll get some more stuff. Okay, so run it twice, plugged in, unplugged. Appears to be the same. Okay, let's try a different port. I don't know what I'm plugging this is going to do. Hopefully nothing bad. No, nothing bad happened. That's great. Okay, still nothing. Well, now it's not even charging, so that must mean I built onto the cable. No, that's the right cable, so why is it not even charging it? Just because the battery's full, maybe? Oh, that was, I just put the wrong thing there. I put the wrong thing. Okay, there's the right thing. Still nothing. What is going on? This is very curious. Okay, let's pull this cable up completely. And let's plug it into the back of the streaming map. No room. Okay, let's plug it into the hub. You know, the hub's working. Plug it into the hub. Still nothing. Let's restart the microphone. Let's restart the receiver. Please do that. Please hold it down again. Turning it off and back on again. It's going great. Okay, that did not fix it. Let's try plugging in one of the transmitters to see if it enumerates over USB. Because so the transmitters have some onboard memory actually. That appears to also not be doing much of anything. Okay. That should be showing up right now on something. Like this. So cable out of the backpack. We'll use the cable used for the good old portable. Nothing. Okay. This is going great. I'm getting close to just restarting the computer. Okay, audio should be back. We're gonna lose picture for a second. That worked. I don't know why that worked. That's okay. So the camera's USB cable worked. Okay, that's the correct microphone. We're gonna lose audio again because I'm gonna switch it back to the camera now. But why did that work? Okay, so that worked. So switch. So what is the camera plugged into right now? The camera's plugged in via the sketchy extension cord setup. USB extension cord setup. So that's plugged in. Okay, so that's plugged into the back ports on the iMac, on the Mac Mini. I do have another camera that works because the 6D is working. Well, kind of. So that camera's working. That camera is through the hub. So why is plugging the microphone into the hub not work? That's interesting. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just try it again. I bet for some reason it just works this time. And I'm not going to have a satisfying reason as to why it works this time. It's just going to work. It is not just working. Okay. Well, okay, you know. If I plug the camera in via this cable, let's see what happens if I do that. Okay. So plugging the camera into the front ports on the hub also did not work. That's weird. it's like the front ports in the Mac Mini aren't working. There's only 3 back ports, so there's not enough for everything back there. So that's weird. What can I unplug here? It's not going to cause a problem. But, okay, let's just plug it into the hub. Because the hub's working. I tested the hub. We know the hub is working. Okay. Hey. Yeah, why? So the front, okay, so the front ports in the Mac Mini aren't working. We're plugged into the hub right now, and the hub's working. You were plugged into the hub earlier. I don't know why the hub wasn't working earlier. I wouldn't call the front ports on my computer not working a success. That's suboptimal is how I would describe that. We need those ports. We use those ports. We like those ports. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Let me just put this cable away. Why? No, the hub's 3. Well, I mean, it might be 2 to this device, but the hub is it's a Thunderbolt hub. It's a little bit more than, it's like a dock basically. It's kind of like if you plugged it into a laptop, you would call it a dock, but it's not really a dock. It's more of a hub. It like sits underneath the Mac Mini. Kind of does stuff. Why is this not level? Okay, there we go. So that was weird. I don't know what the deal with any of that was. Well, I mean, we kind of know what the deal is now, a little bit. Yeah, that is strange. I wonder if restarting the computer will fix it. It's a USB 3.0 hub, is what... It's a USB 3.2 hub, is what IO Reg says. But on the the front ports, like the ports, the dedicated ports on the Mac itself, which are Type 3, at least, those were not working, and those are not on any hub or anything. Everything on the hub is working fine. So, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. That's strange. I don't like that. Okay. So, let's figure out what part of the streaming setup is broken next. How's that look? That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. What went here? That was the iPad, wasn't it? Okay, let's rename that iPad. What was this one? I don't know what that one was. Oh, that's a screen capture. Okay. So the notes. It looks like most of my scenes are working, so that's cool.
So I wasn't able to get anything to work on the front port of my iMac. I don't think the front port's working properly at all for anything. I can, like, I plugged different devices into it, and it just didn't want to do anything. So that's not great. And it did before. It's Thunderbolt, or it's at least USB 3 speeds in the front. So I plugged just a mass storage device into it, and the mass storage device didn't show up either. So, okay. 27 minutes into the stream, we have audio working. We're doing great. Let's do... I do not know if it was USB 2 or 3. I can plug a Thunderbolt or 3 device. I don't know if this... I think this is Thunderbolt. But the front ports aren't Thunderbolt. They're 3. 3.2. Pretty sure this hard drive is 3.2. Okay. It's not showing up. The hard drive's not showing up either. And that is a USB 3.2 device. It's not, yeah. It should be popping up with permissions window, is my understanding. There's one Thunderbolt port on the back on the Mac Mini, and then everything else is 3.2, I think. Okay, so a 3.0 device is also not showing up. So those ports are just not feeling it right now, at all, in any way, shape, or form. There's no amount of feeling it that those ports are doing at the moment. The microphone is plugged into the hub, which is plugged into the Thunderbolt port, right? Yeah, so the hub is in the Thunderbolt port, and the mic is plugged into the Thunderbolt hub. My monitor is plugged into one of the other ports, one of the non-Thunderbolt ports in the back. Okay, allow accessories to connect. Huh. There is a, so if I search for USB in Mac settings, there is a allow accessories to connect thing that pops up, and it tells me it's under the privacy and security page. I can't actually find, a allow accessories to connect setting though. Huh. The setting app feels weird. It feels like it's scrolling weird. Nah, maybe not. Maybe that's just me. Okay. I think that the thing to do after this is a restart. I think you're right. So weird. Privacy and security, then the security section. It's not there. There's no allowed devices there. There's no accessories there either. Like I went to the bottom there because it's where I expected to see it, but it's not there. So it's supposed to be under the security section at the bottom, and it's like that is where I expected it to be, and there's no accessories there, and there's definitely accessories plugged into this Mac right now. That's suspicious. What's going on? Okay. Well, that's going to be... Okay, we're going to restart, but we're not going to restart right now. We're going to restart later. Right now, we are going to work on HackMD. That is what we are going to do right now. Okay. Is this the current thing that's on stream? That is the current thing that's on stream. Let's copy those out. Sent a screenshot on Discord. Yes, it is not there. It is absolutely not there. I went down there expecting it to see it and was thinking I was crazy. It is not there right now. That is great. Love this for me. Yeah, I'm on 26.2 as well, and it's not, and that's what I just updated to. So I don't know why it's not there. It isn't, and that's funny. So, yay. Let's do, this is a good place to start. No, let's start there. Okay, so what do we not need? We don't need the iPad input on this anymore. Yes. Don't need the Logitech. Don't need a screen capture. All we want right now is for the notes to be as big as possible. So for this, we're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste. And then we're going to change the properties, and we're going to make it wider. Let's do 1000 wide. Can we zoom that out? Can we make that smaller somehow? change the CSS a little bit. Nope. If I just make it wider, does that make, well, oh, I'm being silly. I'm being silly. I know what to do. That's how you make it smaller. Look at that. That wasn't that hard. Is that readable for y'all? Should I make that, do you want the text to be bigger? Is this an acceptable size? I wish it was wider. Wider would be good, but it won't help me that much. Okay, there is our note taking, or big notes, big notes. Okay. Are we ready for note taking finally? Oh, I gotta save that. Gotta save that. That's important to save. Okay, and then we want to make that appear so I can note take. Okay, so let's start working on this sum. So what do we got? Basically, we're gonna figure out what do we got left to do. Okay, so got some inspection left. We don't do see below yet. Let's just work on the inspection side. Okay, so what inspection do we not have done? We haven't done high voltage. We've not done TMP. Not done the vibration dampeners. We've not done the water lines. Well, we're gonna do a separate inspection for, I guess, this is electronics really is what we've been doing. I don't know, hardware and utilities. So we got these things to do. We got to do detectors. We got to do grounds. We haven't done grounds yet. Water cooling loop. That's a good one to inspect. Let's do a vacuum section kind of in general. TMP, IGPs, bake heaters. Okay, if you all think of anything I'm missing, please mention it in the chat. I want to be as thorough as we can here. I'm just going to put plasma cleaner here for now. So that's, I think, what we got to do for inspection. Stage. Yeah, stage. Door O-ring too. I gotta clean the door O-ring. Let's see here. Well, I think we're pretty close to having everything we want on the list. Okay, so let's do. So the airlock's not, we do have to get the airlock back on the system, but that's not gonna, we're not gonna have that on to start with, I don't think. Okay, we probably should put it on to start with, just because I know that this microscope's configuration is gonna be expecting it, and because it's gonna be expecting it, it's gonna be weird if it doesn't have it, and you're just gonna spend a bunch of time troubleshooting, why is it weird? The answer's gonna be, because the airlock's not attached yet. So we'll do the airlock. So we need to release the lower half of the vibration dampening, or of the transport hardware. If you don't release the lower half, it'll try to inflate and it'll pop the bladders on the things, so we don't want that. Well, you can release, we just need to release half, or well, technically you can release the lower or the upper half, and I think in fact they kind of have it flipped depending on what side it's on. No, okay, they got all the upper on. So we'll leave the uppers attached. We'll release the lowers. Um, So testing for air leaks, unless it's a huge leak, like it's not gonna be a really huge issue before startup. And then, I mean, you're only gonna be able to test for leaks for the position the solenoids are in. So if solenoids change position, oh, I think we lost a camera. Did we? That's weird. Why is it not working? Should be working. Oh, I guess we didn't lose a camera. Okay, cool. Basically, when valves change states, they can leak, even if they weren't leaking before. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I think it's a pretty good list we got right now. If y'all can think of anything else, please, please, please chime in. And then, okay, do we want to do our vacuum or cold cathode gauge rebuild now or later? Do we want to mess with the cold cathode ionization gauge before or after we turn it on the first time? I do have the PC that came with it. I got all the software, got keys and everything for it. So that's all solid. The PC was like a clean install that they did before it left AMD, but it's been tested. Like I got log files of it running. I got images off the PC of it running. So it's done things. So that's great. So that's our, yeah, we'll go ahead and do our gauge, our gauge. Cold cathode gauge. Okay, so what are we gonna do before we turn on the IGPs, the ion getter pumps? So those are the pumps at the top of the column. What do we want to do before that? Heater resistance check. You always want to know the resistance of your bake out heaters before you do a bake out. Um, testing interlocks is going to go first. Actually, we're kind of working in reverse order right now. What? Why did it get weird? My keyboard stopped responding. What? Okay, it's back. Yeah, the electron source should still be under vacuum, to my knowledge. What? Are you talking about the keyboard or what? Did I type something wrong? Okay, so we're gonna, before we turn on the IGPs, we're gonna plasma clean the chamber using the plasma cleaner. This seems like an M3 Mac Mini too. It's pretty new. Nothing really special to do to prepare the chamber for plasma cleaning. That's like pretty routine. The plasma cleaner might take some messing with. We'll see if the memory on that remembers the parameters, or if the plasma head needs to be cleaned, or the plasma solenoid valves can have issues. Sometimes you gotta mess with the plasma cleaner, but for the chamber specifically, no, it's good. All of them have drifted. No concerning trends or large instabilities noted in source parameters. Okay, I think we've got a pretty solid breakdown of what we got left to do here. Anybody have any questions, comments, ideas, observations, notes? I think we're looking pretty good. I think with that, we're pretty close to wrapping up the stream for the night. This is just kind of a test and planning stream, so I think we have tested the setup, and we've planned. So I think with that, we're gonna think about wrapping her on up. Yeah, we're gonna restart the Mac after the stream. We're not gonna restart the streaming computer while we're on stream though, for reasons that should be apparent. Yeah. So I think with that, unless y'all got any more ideas besides restarting this Mac, because why aren't the front USB ports working? I don't know. I really don't know. I think other than that, we're gonna call it pretty good here. Oh, how'd the latency feel this time in chat? Was that substantially improved? I hope it was. I hope it felt better. A lot better? Cool. Awesome. Excellent. Love to see it. So, yeah. Gonna have fun getting this thing brought all the way up. 5 seconds? Okay, I think 5 seconds is tolerable. I could do the ultra low latency, but it has a more substantial effect on video quality, so I'd rather not. Yeah, way better than 17 to 20 seconds. That's for sure. I just forgot every time I'm setting the stream up. It's like, it's not in the stream setup, it's like in the stream settings, which is different than stream setup. And then you have to do it before you start streaming. And that window like always defaulted to opening to the analytics window instead of opening to the settings window. So I like never looked at it, but we got it taken care of this time. So yeah, cool. Well, if anybody else has got any comments, now is the time to put them in the chat because we are less than a minute from wrapping up the stream here. Well, I think with that, yes, streams are back on the menu this year. Can I get somebody to second the motion to adjourn the stream? All in favor, say aye. All in favor of never actually using Robert's Rules of Order, say aye. Okay, the motion has been seconded. All in favor, say aye. Oh, the motion's been thirded. That's not how this works. Come on, you gotta follow your parliamentary procedures. I jumped the gun because I wasn't supposed to say all in favor, say aye until the motion had been seconded, so forgive me. Cool, well, the motion's been seconded. I'm gonna make an executive decision and stop the stream and wish you all a lovely evening, lovely morning, lovely whatever it is where you are, and I'll see you back here for our next stream. Bye.